How's it going, guys? Rambo here, back with another video. Just thought that I would give you guys some tier 10 tourney gameplay. Haven't done this in a little bit. As you can see, we're playing the Nuke team, which, if I'm not correctly, is actually pretty good pincer clan, and they definitely have some good strats, and they've been pretty successful in the past. So definitely a team that is maybe beatable. It's not like, the main team or Seven Rats or Speed or anything. But definitely, I mean, they're very respectable, very good team, and not a team you would want to maybe face against if you're running in an inexperienced QT team. Kind of like we are, right? I mean, this is just kind of a last minute QT team we ran with a strat that we came up on the fly. And anyways, so let's get into the game. We've got IS4s. Of course, that tank is stupid. It's meta, whatever. And interestingly, they're running 50Bs. Now, a lot of teams like to run pretty light tanks on this map. I mean, it's kind of like a rotational map. It's almost like Canal, where, you want to take like a whole side of the map, and then, if you lose cap advantage, then you have to rush. And so it's kind of like that in a way. But as we can see, there's an IS4 spotted behind here. And we don't really know where the rest of their team is. I kind of think they're going around. So I'm calling this game, by the way. So I said, we really need to go take care of this IS4. He's isolated himself. He's not done a very good job at all. And you can see I just didn't do a very good job either, since the shell right in the ground. But he's not doing a very good job at staying with the group, and really, that's super important at QT, because, against any good team, I mean, I know Dunk's talked about this in his videos, and any good team will take advantage of every single little mistake, right? And that was, I think, their mistake in this game, is they let us take a gun out of their team, a big gun at that. I mean, the IS4 is very influential, and they just don't know how that went in. That's such a troll tank. But as you can see, here come all their tanks. The AMX 50Bs coming around, dump a clip. E5s, just all the DPM right here. I mean, 3 clips, that's 3,600 damage. They're literally about to drop into someone, right? If they can focus this, it's kind of over. And using HE, just get an absolute clear. That's very, very important in comp. Getting guns out of the game. And looks like they use some HE over there to take out that guy. Of course, I get focused, but I mean, part of the job of an IS4 is to take some hits, right? And we'll see Cass here. Cass is a very good player. He came down from rival to Inquisition to help us out. And as you can see, we're down a tank. They're getting caps. This doesn't look very good. And Cyclone, I kind of started raging at him a little in GC here. Like, dude, what are you doing? Focus the right tanks. But, I really like what he does right here, right? I mean, he takes this E5 off of farming our team, which we did not want to happen, because, as you can see, Betet's got full HP. I'd like him to get in there quicker, but Cass is very low, right? And Cass is literally 2-shot to any of their tanks, and that would just put the cap advantage super in their favor. And right here, I'd like to see Cyclone push up, just because, he might get clipped out, right? But if he and Betet push, and Betet keeps going around, and he gets in the cap, which is exactly what he does. Just beautiful play by him. And he takes the shot, but as you can see, Betet's rolling around exactly. We distract him, and the other guy gets the shot. And, clearing tanks is super important, especially faster tanks. AMX 50B isn't the fastest tank in the world, right? But it's certainly faster than an IS4. It's super deadly if it can get its clip out and then hide. But there you go. Beautiful shot into the Vickers by Cyclone there. Just sealing the game. And, yeah, you can see that Cyclone did really good that game, and so did Bayutet and Cass and Fishy and Green. And of course, I'm here with not very much damage, but we all played a critical role in the game, right? You know, Cass getting on the cap, saving the cap points. You know, we were up on cap points. All we had to do was take one. They had two, we had one. So that was beautiful. And then, so that was, I believe, the first game of the series, and then we ended up losing the second game. And I didn't play in that because we were playing lowest damage sits, and I happened to do the second lowest damage because we had 9. So then we went to Rockfield, and I wasn't going to play this game, but I'm going to go ahead and stick it in here. So as you can see, they're running a really light lineup, so obviously they're going to go to C, and of course we're going to go to C too, and at this point Savage hops into the VC and says that we love Krons too much. And, you know, I really like the Kron for comp. I think it has some very good strengths. I mean, it's got the speed boost. I mean, I'm doing 40 right now. It's got a really good turret. It's got a decent gun. The clip, I mean, if the first shell reload is like 11 or 12 seconds, it's really bad. This tank has got terrible damage per minute. But at the same time, you know, if you've ever played in a meta with, you know, 50 Bs, if you have run 1 cron, you really kind of are forced to run 2, right? I mean, it's just super weird. But I mean, they can be super influential if you can get your tanks to dump their clip into focus fire. And as you can see, Rhino and Iron are crons, and I see the E5s. I'm telling them, all right, dude. So those E5s are pushing around. Our team is right there. It'd be like shooting fish in a barrel. Let's see if we can kind of take care of those E5s and keep them from pushing around, right? And I think we do a pretty good job of that at the start, and then the E5s just kind of do their own thing. I mean, I wasted a couple shots. I think Rhino probably wasted a couple shots. And now, Cass has already died in the Vickers, right? I told him to get spots in the middle, and you know, with their E5 push, they just took complete control. And there's not much a Vickers can do against a bunch of E5s and a T22 and a mouse and an OBJ. But I mean, it happens. It's comp. Like, they punished our mistake just like in our game when we punished their mistake when their IS4 isolated himself and just nice little HE into the butt of that E5. But as you can see, this is kind of where the Kronvong is at the super. I mean, it's the super disadvantage, right? I mean, once we dumped our clip into the E5s on the right, all they had to do was poke out because they knew that we're getting one shot off every 11 seconds, and they have like an 8-second reload. With adrenaline, it's maybe 7.5, right? It's really good for focus firing and hitting your shots, but unfortunately, I couldn't hit very many of my shots, and neither could Rhino. And it's kind of this trade-off in comp, you know. Do you use the DPM or do you use the clip? Because they're both influential in different ways. Like those E5s, all they had to do was poke out, look somewhere else, because we're not a threat once we've dumped our clip, right? We're not a threat at all. There's nothing we can really do. I mean, we can't out-reload them or anything. And so that's kind of how this game ended, and as close as we were, I think our focus fire in this game was not really there. I mean, we didn't have a whole lot of people calling out targets, staying focused. I mean, they've got both of their E5s right there are one shot. I mean, there's really not much Rhino can even do at this point. And there's a 2000 HP mouse. That'd probably take 20 seconds for him to kill that guy, at least. You know, in E5s. I mean, this whole thing is just kind of a tough little loss here. But nonetheless, we took a game off of them. I was proud of our team. We did good considering we'd never played together before. And yeah, so I want to just leave this off with one last match. This was just kind of a fun little match that we had after we ran 2 tier 10 little tourneys. tours. And so we just decided to hop in tier 8. And unfortunately, our people left and we were forced to have a 6v7. And of course, you can see that we were memeing at first, and then we decided to take it seriously because we wanted credits. This is the second game, but you'll see why I wanted to post this game at the end. It's just kind of a fun little game. And yes, we were playing against a mainly Triari team, just an OG clan, really cool people. Not super into comp anymore, but really nice guys. And you know, we've got just some fun people on our team as well. Just kind of goofing around, trying to make some credits, whatnot. So as we can see, the Lorraine's kind of poking out, not very good. Like same thing with the IS4 earlier. If you isolate yourself, especially in a Lorraine, all right, the IS4 has armor. It can hold up. I mean, you can get some troll bounces. But if you're in a Lorraine with, yeah, no, that's not gonna work, unfortunately. Lessons learned, I suppose, and maybe try to learn lessons from someone else and not learn it the hard way, because that's always worse. But yeah, so Savage and I are over here, just kind of stopping the push. What are they gonna do against two side scraping and just kind of broken 252Us. And as you can see, there's a mill over here, and if you guys haven't played the mill, it's a good tank, right? It's super overpowered. It's getting a nerf in this coming patch, but at the same time, the mill, it's not really. And by the way, I didn't even mean to shoot the mill there. I don't know how that happened, but RNG guided me, and you'll see why later. That was important for that to hit. And oh, here comes the T20. No, I just tracked him. That was kind of sad. But that didn't turn out to mean anything later either. But as I was saying, you know, the mill has not the greatest pin in the world. It's good against, you know, tier 7s. It's the pin's fine, right? But if you play in the mill against like a 252U, which has a really weak lower plate, even it can struggle to pin that, or you know, a Tiger 2, you can't pin the front of a Tiger 2. Frontally, it's kind of difficult. And can I get an average? No. Yep, the game RNG does not like me today. And you can see we low rolled this guy. And they have two low HP guys here, and then those two guys are pretty healthy. So as you can see here, one thing a lot of people don't realize about HE is you don't have to hit the tank. You can shoot the ground. And I did just that. I just realized he was pretty low. And as we can see, we're kind of screwed at this point. I mean, this is really a close game to be a 6v7, or supposed to be. But can we get the clear? Yes! HE right on the side to get the clear. Always finish tanks with HE if you can. That's way better than bouncing, because it's very awkward when you do. And, you know, but at the same time, they're getting in B. Can they get B? I'm getting B, and I say, oh, crap. I'm going to cap it. Then I'm going to go, because that guy's one shot. No, this isn't good. And I say, oh, don't know how that went in, but I hit the mill, just again, having all the luck in the world. And he thankfully gets the clear. Green did. And I'm going to be 2-on-1 here, right? And this guy over here's got 800 hit points. He's like 2-shot, maybe 3-shot. And this is a mill, and I'm thinking, oh crap, 975, 980, 985 points. Oh, is it gonna? It's kind of red. Oh nope, get the clear. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Back up into C. Stop the points from going up. And this just shows that like in comp that cap is so important. I mean, if you can hold cap, it's like, you know, the commercial, it's like, oh, you almost had it, try again. You know, like, cap can force people to do a lot of things. And it forces you to do things that you don't want to do. Because this guy did not want to run away. I mean, they're literally 25 points from winning. That's maybe 15 seconds and this game is over. All he had to do was survive. Or, you know, he couldn't reset me because I would still be stopping him from getting points. But all he had to do was push me out of cap or get another base. obviously he can't go to B, but I see him at A, right? And I don't know, 4 shot to him. He's 2 shot. If I get an average roll, right? 420 and 420, that's 8. Nope. I shot APCR. I wanted to make sure, and I ram him, which makes him a 1 shot again. And he hits me. I'm thinking, oh no, he's got a way better reload. Oh nope, low roll again. And thankfully he bounces that shot, or maybe I would be 1 shot at this point. And then he misses, and I'm thinking, do I HE? Do I HE? No, APCR. Boom, get the win there. Um, Tier 8 has got overpowered Tier 10 premiums like a 252U and Carnarvon Action 10 and tanks like that are just really kind of broken, pay to win. Like, I just think it's interesting how, they'll sell, like, for Black Friday they sold the 252U for literally just 5,000 gold. All you had to do was get in the game a couple weeks ago, get the $20 16,000 gold box, and you can buy a tier 10, right? You could have bought like a badger or something. Or you can sit there and you can buy, the VK168, the 252U, which is probably one of the most broken tier 8 tanks. And it's just kind of, the meta just is so premium based in tier 8, which in tier 10 it's not. And I really like that because I think it's good that people can play the game, and pay for it. But I don't think comp should be pay to win. I think it should be grinded tanks, like Kron and E5 and whatnot. But anyways, I just wanted to show you that, the 252U is kind of broken, dominates the meta and whatnot. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you later.